Let me begin by saying this. Rosa Parks is somewhere rolling over in her grave because this is not what the Montgomery bus boycotts were about. How do we as a people become so far removed from our history that we see a black woman perpetrating discrimination on a black man for simply being who he is? Now, here's the reality that some of you may not know. When she looked at him, she didn't see a black man. She saw a rainbow man. She saw a gay man. She didn't see him as black. And we have to get black people to see whether you're LGBTQIAP plus or not, at the end of the day, we are still black. We are still human. So let's talk about exactly what happened. So a young black man who was out enjoying his pride and trying to get from point A to point B was denied access to a Greyhound bus even though he had a paid ticket by a black bus driver. She refused to let him on, according to him at least, because of what he was wearing. And this is even substantiated by a letter he received from one of the passengers who was on the bus. I'll include that in the video as well. Let's watch the video so you guys can see exactly what happened in there. I'm going to come back and give you guys my opinions.
You can move or I can call the police.
Call the police. But I don't understand why I'm not allowed to get on. I've been out here waiting an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, so
and you haven't spoken or said anything.
Make connections, you're going to miss your connection because he will not move from the door.
That's fine. Call the police. You haven't given me a valid reason as to why I'm not.
You're not getting on this bus because I am in control and you're not getting on the bus.
Okay, that's fine.
And see, that's the interesting thing because she says she's in control when clearly she's out of control. At that point, hate is steering her. Hate is in the driver's seat, right? Because I don't know how long she's worked for Greyhound, but when you do something like that, you are compromising your livelihood. I don't know if you have children, but you're compromising their quality of life. And so being that angry in that moment to not see the error of your ways tells me that you are not in control, that hate is in control of you, and hate is dictating your actions in that moment.
That's fine. You
okay,
recorded, that's
call
fine.
the police.
You need to move.
No, call the police. Because you have not given me a valid reason why I cannot get on the bus that I paid for.
You can move or I can call the police.
Call the police. But I don't understand why I'm not allowed to get on. I've been out here waiting an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, so
and you haven't spoken or said anything.
Make connections, you're going to miss your connection because he will not move from the door.
That's fine. Call the police. You haven't given me a valid reason as to why I'm not.
You're not getting on this bus because I am in control and you're not getting on the bus.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. You recorded, that's
call
fine.
the police.
You need to move.
No, call the police. Because you have not given me a valid reason why I cannot get on the bus that I paid for.
Now, this irony may be lost on some of you, right? Because she's upset about his attire and him presenting in a way that she doesn't believe that is okay. And she's sitting up here with a very masculine haircut, in my opinion, and with blonde hair as a black woman. Blonde hair? Now, listen, I don't really care what hair color you're wearing, but I'm saying when you become a bigot, then all is fair game. I get to judge you based on the incongruency in terms of how you see yourself, right? Otherwise, I don't really care what you wear or what color hair you wear. It ain't my business. It ain't my body. You do what you want to do. But when you decide that you are going to be judge, jury, and executioner, oh, it's time for me to return the favor. If I had just looked at her, if the mute button was on, I would personally think that she was on her way to pride. She presents like a stud. I said what I said. And here she is, again, with blonde hair as a black woman. And girl, you're upset about him for his self-expression? Sit down and drive.
You can move or I can call the police.
Call the police. But I don't.
Stop talking to me.
This bus is going to Shreveport, Louisiana, right?
On the
That's
way.
fine. But as an official.
Green hoodie, booty shorts. Green hoodie, booty shorts.
Gray shorts. White socks.
Because I won't answer these questions. I don't have to answer these questions. I'm riding the bus and you won't leave from the door.
Why are you not allowing me to ride the bus if my ticket says this was my transfer? Okay. This bus is going to Shreveport, Louisiana, right?
Stop talking to me.
This bus is going to Shreveport, Louisiana, right?
On the way.
That's fine. But as an official that's riding the bus, you can answer the questions because I paid my ticket for it.
I don't have to talk to you anymore. The police are on
that's
the way.
fine.
Okay, so I'm not sure how the story ended. I'm not sure if the police were ever dispatched, if they showed up and just told them to sort of go their separate ways. I don't know the outcome of it, but based on his tweets, it appears that he was able to secure donations from some of his followers on Twitter, and he used those donations to get a Uber ride to his final destination. So I'm glad that he's safe. And he also looks like he reached out to Greyhound, and Greyhound is responding to his tweets as well, because what she did was not okay. It simply was not. And if you are a person of color, right? I'm talking to black people. I'm not going to even say person of if you are a person with any level of human compassion or decency, if you're a person who gets upset when you see a police officer kneeling on George Floyd's neck as he, screams out for his mother. If you're a person of color who gets upset when you see what happened to Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Freddie Gray, the list goes on, right? And you don't get upset about what just happened to him, you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. Because this is black on black discrimination. And if discrimination is wrong for one, it is wrong for all. This woman does not have to be so invested in how this man expresses himself in terms of what he's wearing to the point that you won't allow him to make it home safely. You go up into these targets and you say you're fighting for your children, but I don't know if you realize this, but gay people are someone's children as well. LGBTQIAP plus people, we didn't come from outer space, right? We arrived here as a result of heterosexual sex, okay? You created us. That's how we got here. And I also wanted to make the point, right? All of these people upset with Target, all of these people upset with Bud Light. It looks like when she's on this bus recording, she is recording this incident with an iPhone. I don't know if it is known to her that the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, is a gay man. So all of those Apple products that you're buying are only helping to fatten his pocket. So you are essentially making a gay man rich every time you buy an Apple product. Now, I know you won't stop buying Apple products because it would be inconvenient. And that tells me that this is conviction that people have. Even the woman who went to Target a couple of weeks ago, I don't know what she was recording on, but the quality of the video leads me to believe that it was likely a cell phone device of some sort. But I say that to say, here you are protesting, save our kids, leave our kids alone, and you're using a tool that is essentially being positioned in the market by a gay man. Part of the LGBTQIAP plus community. So anyway, you guys, I'm curious to know what you think about this whole thing. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on about the hate, about the discrimination, but at the end of the day, people who don't want to get it simply will not get it. I do want to say this. In one of his tweets, he said something about crying. LGBTQIAP plus people, enough of the crying. Enough of the crying. Knuckle up, okay? We're done with all of that crying. Stop crying. Let me tell you something. Being gay is not for sissies, okay? Being gay is not for punks. So if you're going to be out there and you're going to live your life, be convicted in who you are and don't let these people intimidate you. I'll see you guys in the next video.